Hi, welcome to a video of my flea market finds for Sunday, June 15th, 2025. Busy day. I arrived at 6:08 a.m. and left at 10:26 a.m. Over 4 hours. I had to drop stuff at the car at least 3 times. So it started off with this nice shoehorn, a long shoehorn made of metal for $2. Great, perfect. Second purchase, more expensive here. 2 records that were $10 each. One I was willing to pay $10, but the other one I just wanted for the funny title, so I offered 15 and he said yes. So in my head I paid $10 for this one, and the next one was 5. Although you would argue that it's actually $7.50 each, I should say. No, because had they say no, it's $10 each, I would have left the other one behind. This is what I want. So, a beautiful George Benson record, Body Talk, nice glossy cover. I think it's a US pressing. I love early George Benson. 70s George Benson is always good. I've never found a bad CTI record yet. The only thing is that there's an old start of humidity and maybe even mold on the cover here, I'm not sure. But the record is impeccable. I've tested it and it sounded great. So I'm not familiar with Joe Walsh's music, but I've heard of him and I've seen this cover. Looks like this. Record is in great shape. The title makes me laugh too much. The smoker you drink, the player you get. I can't say without laughing. It makes me laugh. This part of the cover was all sticky. I spent 15 minutes with a piece of transparent scotch tape, applying it, rubbing where the sticky parts were and peeling it off, and I did that over and over for 15 minutes, maybe more, and it came all non-sticky at all. So yep, so I bought this. Then what did I buy? Let's go fast here. I'm shooting this for a second time, and my battery in my camera ran out towards the end. I have no way of editing, so it has to be done in one take. Third purchase. I rarely buy VHS pre-recorded films and tapes, but the selection was just too interesting. I think I was the first one to go in the box. They were still putting their stuff out, and in the first 10 minutes, within 10 minutes, there were 2 full boxes of tapes. Me and the following purchaser, within 10 minutes, I wasn't gone yet. I was looking at other stuff at the table, and the following guy bought a whole bunch of other tapes. I think we bought half of their 2 boxes, us together, in 10 minutes. So good selection. The tapes were $1 each. The Continuing Adventures of the Rolling Stones, with interviews and yes please. Video Rewind, the Rolling Stones, great video hits. I should have taken a moment to check if the one where they're in a contraption filling up with bubbles and suds. I wonder what song that is. I don't remember. Anyway, Helped by the Beatles. I can't leave a Beatle tape like that for $1 behind. And Magical Mystery Tour. The problem is I might even already have them on that format. I can't remember. But $1 each. The Doors, Dance on Fire, classic performances and greatest hits. Slapshot, the classic French-Canadian dub. In Quebec, this is a cult classic. A lot of us fans of this movie in French-Canadian, Lancer Frappé in French, some lines are classics, like Dave est magané, à qui sont les chiffres, nous a acheté 3 crises de mon gueule. It swears a lot in there, and we love the French-Canadian version. Benoît Marleau did the voice of the main character of Paul Newman's voice. It's really a classic, a cult classic. So I already have it on DVD, but I couldn't resist buying it on video. Cheech and Chong's next movie. I haven't seen even any movie of Cheech and Chong. I have some records by them, but why not? And the last one I was surprised to find. I was stoked to find this. I've only seen this once. I have a copy of it that I made a copy of when I actually rented the tape in the late 80s, I think, or something like that. when we started having 2 VCRs, I went to the video store and rented some movies. Meet the Feebles. So imagine the Muppets on acid, but it's really the trashiest thing I've ever watched in my life. Meet the Feebles, the original tape. Can't believe it, for $1. Couldn't leave it behind. I don't know when or if I'll ever watch it a second time, but not the whole film. There's scenes I don't care for in there. Yeah, so that was only the third purchase. I should speak faster. $8 for 8 VHS. The next purchase is pretty special. I will say how much I paid for it at the end. Yeah, this old, I'm not sure of the decade, looks like the 40s, an old silent 16mm projector. 16mm projector. And it came with the wrong cable. You can tell this is from a coffee machine. It barely holds up. It keeps falling off. I can find the right cable, hopefully. Take-up reel. And it came with this film in a can. The seller was showing me that it was etched on the side of the can, and I would have seen it. It says Mickey Mouse Dog Catcher 6 Shooter. So if I understand this, on this reel there's 2 shorts, 2 silent Mickey Mouse shorts. And I didn't go just by that. I pulled the film a little bit to look at it with a magnifying glass. Yes, it is Mickey Mouse in black and white. It's amazing. I've ran it a little bit, just the motor, and then with the lamp turned on, it works. The problems now are the fact that I'm unable to thread it. I tried to thread it very carefully, and I broke the film, and there's not much left before the cartoon actually starts. I don't have a 16mm splicer. I have some tape for the splicer that we use at the university when I studied film animation back in the late 80s, early 90s. But I don't have a splicer, first of all. And I do have some crappy 16mm film downstairs in the box, leftover work prints and stuff I found that I could test the projector with instead of breaking this precious film again. But I don't have access to it, so for now I can look at it and enjoy it for what I bought it for, because I wasn't sure. I took maybe 10 steps, turned my head around, looked at it on the ground. I said, crap, this is such a beautiful thing. I can buy it just for as a decoration piece. It's so beautiful to look at. It's pleasant to look at. So I went back and gave them the asking price of $5. I am stoked. I can't believe $5. Oh, I forgot to say the other problem with it. It's only when I looked up this projector on the internet that I realized it came with a cover. Well, duh, you'll say, but I didn't think about it. And there was no cover around it when I bought it. But I'm 70% sure at one point during my walks, maybe because I passed through the aisles often because new stuff kept appearing on the tables, I'm almost sure I saw the cover, probably on the same lot, maybe afterwards. I don't know. So I hope they come back, and I hope they bring back the lid so I can get the lid. I would be so happy. To be continued. $5 for this projector, regardless. I mean, wow. After the $5 projector, oh yeah, the same guy who sold me the Spick and Span box, I call it Mr. Spick and Span, had this old can of non-stick cooking spray, Pam. And I remember it from the TV ads. I mean, we have Pam today, but it definitely doesn't look like this. So I had to get this. So $1. It will fit in my collection. After this can of Pam for $1, let's go faster. Come on. Pacing. I spoke to some guy, dropped more stuff at the car, I think. So yeah, jazz CDs. This was the right price. That was more than what I wanted to pay, so I haggled. He wanted $5 for Miles Davis Sketches of Spain just because it was sealed. Okay, it's sealed, but it's a CD. I mean, I don't mind a used CD if the booklet is not pinched and no writing on it, and the CD doesn't have any scratches. It still plays exactly the same way as this will play. So I managed to get that lower down to $3, while this was just the right price. This is Billie Holiday, a short comic strip with 2 CDs, a total of 2 hours of music, because 62:55 and 58:07, that's more than 2 hours. It has a short French, it's in French, comic strip about her. So you was asking only $4 for this. So, and I got this one from $5 down to, I've offered $7 for both. He said yes. So I got 4 and 3. I still don't have Sketches of Spain on vinyl, so it's a start. Out on CD. Then next, after the CDs, wait, that doesn't make sense. No, that doesn't make sense. I skipped something. Rewind. Projector. Pam. Okay, I'm lost here. Son of a... Oh, okay, no, I understand now. Okay, it's because I didn't place the stuff in the right order on my bed. Sorry about that. Okay, after the CDs, sorry about that. $7 to CDs. Yeah. Some lady had some old, no, not old enough, recent puzzles and board games, but not much vintage stuff at all, except for a worn out Boggle game and Light Bright with the wrong box from the 80s. But there was one puzzle, this is the back of the box, one puzzle, I paid the asking price of $8 because I really wanted it. A puzzle of 1,000 pieces, General Mills cereal boxes, so we have like a whole bunch of tricks, Frankenberry, Fruit Brute, Blueberry. The ones I ate in my life, and the one I ate the most was Frankenberry. Oh, Cheerios, I had Cheerios. Golden Grahams. I never had any Count Chocolate in my life. Honey Nut Cheerios I had. Fruit Brute only once, but that was quite, I loved it. Then I've asked, when the box was empty, I asked my mom to get me more, and didn't have any more. Lucky Charms, and that was the box when I was a kid, that's how old I am. So $8, sorry about that, $8 for the puzzle, and then I got this, but as I placed my stuff on the bed to make the video, I discovered this Pyrex measuring cup, 2 cups, that I bought just because it has exactly the same lettering as the one my mom used when I was a kid. Well, the edge here, the inside is all like chipped a bit, a little sharp and dangerous. I'm going to throw this out. Thank goodness I only paid $1 for that. Okay, so it's not the end of the world. I made some worse purchases coming up. Sometimes you lose some, sometimes you win some. The following purchase was from the same guy who sold me the Pam can. Had some records, like nothing worthwhile, but instead of being $1, they were 50 cents. So I bought two albums for $1. The soundtrack to Buster, why not? You know, with Groovy Kind of Love, and I'm curious to listen to, because I've never seen the movie. It has some Anne Dudley incidental music, and she was in Art of Noise, so I was curious. 50 cents, and the record is in great shape. And this cheesy album, Hollywood Hits. So it's full of TV themes and movie themes, Miami Vice, Dallas, and Back to the Future, Family Ties, so why not? And it's by Billy Andrewsko and the Hollywood Hits Orchestra. What's particular is that there's 5 freaking records in this thing, so it's 10 cents per album. There's 5 albums in there. On the Silver Eagle Records, I remember that brand advertising records on TV. So $1 for these. Let's put this somewhere else. I don't want to make a dent on these good records, well, the good ones underneath. And after this 2 50-cent records, let's move on, keep the pacing going. Yeah, some guy had a spread on the ground with a sign saying everything $1. whatever. It was all kinds of various junk. And he had some books, not tons, just a few. And he had 3 books that said Yoink, Yoink, and Yoink. At $1 each, yes please. A nice condition Lucky Luke or Lucky Luke, depending. And it's a more recent one. I don't have that one. For $1, sure. Then I got this beautiful Black Sad comic book. It's a furry comic. It's in French. Quelque part entre les ombres. And it's great. I'm afraid to turn the pages because there's a really crude stuff. Oh, well, okay, that's a good example here of the quote. It's too bad they're smoking. I'm against smoke. Very beautiful blog. So, and well, lots of violence, though it's a film noir, it's kind of dark, detective stuff. And then the third book is the second Black Sad, Arctic Nation. Great shape as well for $1 each. I couldn't leave it behind. I mean, my friend whose YouTube username is Michi45 have them already, so I know he doesn't need them. But you know, for myself, or this, it's incredible to have this for $1. I can't resist a great deal like that. But then I got screwed by a lady who had stuff like, you know, a kind of lady who has stuff that she asks to overprice stuff and brings it back over and over and over and over again. And then finally decides to lower the price. This was once $15, probably last year, then $10. Then I decided to get it for $5 when it was $5. Sticks Kilroy was here. I decided to get this album. I've been curious to hear the whole album. And it looked okay when I checked it, but I checked it too fast. I should have known, looking at the cover now a little bit. I checked it on the turntable and it's warped. But the bad type of warp, the heat warp, where it's instead of being like this, it's like and it skips. So unplayable, $5 down the drain. So, but I did get my last purchase of the day is something else I saw at that time, not a record but something else, and it was way overpriced, passed. But at the end of the video, I came back to her table and managed to get a deal. I just wanted to something else that she kept bringing back, something she had for sale last year. Well, we'll see at the end of the video. Then after that, I got went to the car for a third time to drop my fines. Then I got keyboard, but I got a brand new keyboard. Because the ones I use, they tend to erase. But the problem is it's the wrong keyboard. I thought it was the same type of bilingual keyboard, but it's not. So $2 for nothing. It can come in handy one day. We never know. $2. Then I got this light bulb. I'm desperate for vintage incandescent light bulbs. Sylvania 60 watt, that probably gives at least 800 lumens. The dollar store bulbs, when you can still find them, they don't have enough lumens for the wattage. And if I put anything higher than 60 watt on the ceiling of my room, well, for a while I was putting cheap Dollarama bulbs, but 100 watts each. The paint started peeling off. So yes, I'm desperate. I'm scraping every box of bulbs I find at the flea market, and he only had one 60 watt bulb, so I got it for 50 cents. Why not? I haven't tested it yet. I don't have time. Like my weekends are really packed. Then I got an expensive record, the most expensive record of the month so far. But I'm really glad because I collect Ohio Player records, and especially the Mercury records period. Although I'm also looking for the Arista album at the end of the 70s. And this was on top of my want list of Ohio Player records I'm still missing. Ohio Player's Angel from 1977. It's actually very good. It's a US gatefold. Don't mind all the creases. I did that. When I carried it in my bag, some stuff. Anyway, the record is in great shape. It was $20. I didn't hesitate. I couldn't haggle because I wasn't. It was the only on the record I kind of wanted. I was willing to pay $15, but it was $25. I have no way of haggling on that one. So wild players done. After that we got, keep going back to the wrong paper, sorry. After the $20, yeah, why not? A box of macaroni, never opened, $1. I won't go any further on that. Macaroni. And then I'll describe the situation, and I probably passed on an incredible deal, but I don't care. I didn't need the whole box of comic books. You had a box about, I don't know how many he counted. Must have been about from here to, oh my god, how many books did he have? Maybe probably 20, between 25 and 30 comic books. Half of them were Asterix, the other half Tintin books in great clean shape. The Tintin were not vintage, well, yes and no, they were from the 70s or early 80s. But he had some old Asterix, and I have all the Asterix books that came out so far in various conditions and editions, but I had to get these because they were all $5 each, which is already like today's market price. And he offered like $100, or then down to $80 for the whole box. I've been a dealer, I would have gotten the box, I think. Maybe not, maybe I don't know how much they pay. But I couldn't leave these 6 books behind. Okay, so I will switch to French but resume in English. Astérix et Cléopâtre. Ta-da! First edition. La première édition, Astérix et Cléopâtre. Il y avait juste 6 livres d'Astérix de sortie, il n'y a presque rien sur son menhir. Just the first. And then Astérix et le Normand. Astérix et le Normand is the last one. First edition. Astérix aux Jeux Olympiques. Astérix aux Jeux Olympiques is the last one. And the Dargo logo is different. It's not even a logo, it's just lettering in a rectangle. Astérix en Hispanie. You. First edition. La Zizanie. First edition. All from the 60s. Le Domaine des Dieux. Le Domaine des Dieux. Some other books were there in great shape in pretty old editions too, but let's say he had like the very first one, Astérix le Gaulois, but it was like on the back you could see maybe 4 or 5 titles, so it wasn't it wasn't a first edition. So I offered $24 each, and he agreed. So I'm really happy that I got these Asterix books, all first editions. I rarely see first editions in this clean condition, and let alone 6 of them. That's incredible. Then I got 2 DVD sets for $1 each. I couldn't leave them behind. Big Bang Theory, complete first season and complete third season. I've looked and asked, and no, the second season wasn't there. So that's it. And we're almost done. This seems weird, but I have a hard time finding briefs that I like. Well, the guy had some shirts and underwear, 2 different Canadian brands, new old stock, because he used to have a shop and he had a warehouse and he was emptying his warehouse. So he had some medium size and larger Mr. Briefs. I've asked him, do you have any small ones? Because on display didn't have any, so he had a box behind his display of stuff on the layout on the table. We went through the box and we pulled out all the small briefs he could find. He had only 3. He asked $5 each. I shut up and take my money. Threw him the $15, didn't negotiate. I was so happy. It's like going back in time and buying exactly what I could find so easily at Croteau, and that's exactly what I wore. And I can't find. I have underwear that's a piece of crap underwear that I bought like for more than $5 each, I think, at one of those fashionable stores, and I can't find comfortable briefs where when you pull them up. Now most of the briefs you buy, the stupid rubber band goes over the belly button. They're too long. Can't find comfortable ones. So these, yeah, I'm going to clean them up before they're brand new. Although, yeah, the packages are a little bit dirty, but I don't care. I'm going to wash them and wear them. I'm so happy. And then last purchase, I went back to the lady who screwed me over with the Styx record. At that point in time, I didn't know I got a warped record. And what I passed on were a bunch of pop RG, livre animé Tintin. She had, they are a bit rough, various degrees of roughness. This one has seen better days here. That one, the Tintin, the Temps du Soleil, has been completely taped here because the side is all gone. This one has a name on it. So I flipped through them, wasn't sure, and I recognized them that she had them on the table several times. She had them even last year, I think, at least, or 2 years ago. She's never sold them because she wants top dollar. This one, I saw a big damage in it. I said, I'm not interested in that one. Those that have at least one spectacular page. But she wanted $25 each. Way too much. So when I came back, because I had time to think about it, I said, I'm going to try to get them for $40. That's like about $13.33 each. That should be reasonable. So I've offered, I picked those 3 up, just was sitting away from the table. I left this one behind, took those 3. I offered $40 for all 3. She wanted $50. I said, 45 or 50 if you add the 4th one I left on the table. And I've right away, without hesitating, I told her, to make this more fun, I told the seller, I'm letting you the choice. Do you prefer 4 books for $50 or these 3 books that I was holding for $45? It's your choice. No wrong answers. She said $50 for all 4. So I went back, and actually I was about to leave. She had a friend with her. And I paid $50, and I was about to leave with my 3 books, and the other lady, she said, hey, don't forget your 4th book. Oh, sorry, and thank goodness. So yeah, she screwed me over a warped record, but her friend, so this one is the most damaged one, because this is what made me pass on it in the first place, because this is like, I don't know if it can be fixed. Oh, well, that part works, but it has another damage that's way worse. Right here, it's missing a whole segment of the page. There's no gorilla left. So, and there's no pull. This whole page is screwed. But there's at least this page that's pretty cool. Oh, the helicopter, the plane. I mean, with the little. That's pretty cool. The other ones, le sceptre d'autocar. I've put a placeholder on my favorite page. Let's check this one out. Don't have many of these kind of things. On a marché sur la lune. That's a spectacular. When they're in space, that's pretty cool. And my favorite, in the Temps du Soleil. Let me just pull this out. This is so cool. The little springy finger. It goes so far. I like this. So got these for $50. It is true, you never ever see. Her 4 books are the only books of this kind I've seen in years ever. So I splurged on those. I'm pretty glad I did. So yeah, that was just Sunday, so I have a lot of stuff to put away. But I giggle at the randomness of my stuff. It's such randomness, it makes me laugh. Briefs. So thanks for watching.